hearing from everywhere that practice cybersecurity labs, use TryHackMe, and only then is easier for landing your first cybersecurity job. But you're so confused because you don't know from where to begin. You know you need to do these labs and hands-on work, but you don't know how to get started and which ones to actually do. So this video is just for you. Hi everyone, my name is Meera Kamboli. I work in cybersecurity in the UK and I mentor thousands of students to kickstart their cybersecurity journeys. If this is your first time coming to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and check out some of the other videos. In all of my videos, I keep repeating, practice hands-on, do cybersecurity labs and projects. But everybody keeps asking me, how do we begin this? How do we start? Yes, Meera, we know we need to do this, but from where do we actually do this? So this video is made just for those people. We all know how important hands-on and labs are in cybersecurity. That's obviously the reason you're watching this video right now. So in today's video, I'm going to actually share my screen and walk you through all the different TryHackMe labs that you can solve before applying to your first cybersecurity job role. I'm making this video myself because I think these labs are so helpful. I absolutely love TryHackMe. But today in this video, we're going to talk about the free beginner-friendly TryHackMe labs that you should practice that will really help you on your CV to talk about in interviews, to post on LinkedIn, and overall help you with your hands-on practice. So let's get started. So first things first, at opentryhackme.com, I will mention the link of this in the description below. When you come on this platform, you'll see multiple options such as learn, practice, compete, education, business pricing. There's an option to log in or create your free account. And when you scroll down, you will see multiple things under the Learn roadmap. There's a cybersecurity learning roadmap. And if you come below, you will see that you can learn everything from fundamental principles to advanced techniques over here. Okay, so I will suggest you what to begin with. If it's your first time using this platform, make sure you come on this roadmap and start with the pre-security path. The main thing of this is that it will give you the basic computer skills needed to be able to start doing some of the other advanced labs. That's why the name of this is pre-security. So let's just open this and explore together what is there in this and what you can actually do. So pre-security, you can see over here there's 5 modules, hands-on labs, difficulty level is easy. That's what we want because we're just getting started, right? So now there are 2 versions in TryHackMe. One is a completely free account. The other is a pro version where you pay a certain amount for subscription and you can access all of the labs in that. So you have 2 options on this platform. One is you can just sign up literally for free and start doing some of the free labs. The link of that is in the description and the pinned comments below. And the second option is that if you want to do some of the more advanced labs and the specific roadmaps on this platform, you need to get a subscription. And guess what? Because you're watching this video today, you have a 30% off on the annual subscription of TryHackMe's premium account. And this is a limited time discount because it is soon going to drop to 25%. So make sure that you grab it before the deal is gone. If you want the 30% discount, you can use the code MEERA30, which is also mentioned in the description. I highly recommend you to actually get this subscription so that you can do all of the advanced labs without any restriction. And if you are feeling a little worried if you're going to be consistent or not, my suggestion to you always is to just at least use the link, sign up. It's free. Nobody's taking anything from you. It's not a commitment. You try out the platform, do some of the labs, and later when you feel confident and when you feel you're ready and you want to do more, that's when you go and you actually buy the subscription as well. But if you get the subscription directly, trust me, you will not at all regret it. So when you come down here, you can see that on these labs, the best part is you don't actually have to set up something externally. So most of the lab videos which you would have seen on YouTube or any other place, it's like they tell you to download VirtualBox or VMware and set up Kali Linux and set up multiple tools. But the good part with TryHackMe is when you start the lab, it is going to show you the title, the theory in the site. They're going to actually teach you some of the theoretical stuff. And on the right window, a VM will open up on the website itself. So that makes things very easy for beginners because I know when I was starting out too, it used to be so irritating for me sometimes that I have to first open and set everything up and run my VirtualBox and run my Kali Linux, and my laptop wasn't so supportive and it used to get stuck all the time and crash all the time. So I understand those kind of difficulties, which is exactly why I recommend TryHackMe, and I'm even creating this video today so that you don't have to face those difficulties and you can at least get started without procrastinating and just assuming you're going to have troubleshooting problems. So when you come over here, you'll see multiple sections. So section 1, section 2, you can see in this, there is introduction to cybersecurity. So offensive, defensive, basic things in cyber, they're going to tell you, careers in cybersecurity. Then there's also network fundamentals. So what is networking, intro to LAN, OSI model, package frame, external network, everything about computer networks basic. Then everything about the web, how the web is actually working. Linux fundamentals, okay, Windows fundamentals. So if you guys have seen my videos and my roadmap, you would have seen that I always keep saying learn computer networks, learn operating system, learn cybersecurity fundamentals. I keep saying it again and again. I also get some comments where people are like, can you just tell something else other than these things? I keep saying it because it is that important. Even if you open this, you can clearly see that their divisions is that they are telling you networking first, they're teaching you about networks and web and protocols, and then they're teaching you operating system related stuff. So every fundamental of cybersecurity is going to start with that. That's why it's absolutely important to learn those things. After you finish this pre-security pathway, after that you come below and you see that now it's the cybersecurity foundations. So you finish the CN and the OS, now you're going to do the cybersecurity skills. So let's open this cybersecurity 101 path. And now let's see what's in this. There are 14 modules, 56 hands-on labs. Even this difficulty level is easy because it is for beginners. It's Security 101. In this, you will see multiple things. So when you come down here, this is some of the stuff we did in the previous lab, and then this stuff, Windows and AD fundamentals, command line, very, very important, PowerShell, okay, more in-depth networking concepts, tools such as Wireshark, TCP/dump, Nmap. So in many of my videos, I keep telling that, practice these tools and practice Wireshark and Nmap, but people are really lost because they are like, we know we have to do these tools, but it's so random. How should we just set up this tool and start doing? What do we do with it? So that's why this will be really helpful for you guys. Please make your palm today and start practicing these things. These tools are absolutely free to use. And if you have expertise in this and you put this on your CV and on LinkedIn, it's really going to put you ahead of the rest of the crowd because these are the skills recruiters and companies really, really want. When you come down here, you'll see more advanced concepts, cryptography, exploitation, metasploit, web hacking, offensive security tooling, defensive security tooling. There's lots of stuff. So now all of these labs are not free. Okay, some of them are going to be free, some of them are paid. Once you open them, just click on each one of them and open them. If it's letting you do it for free, solve it, move on to the next one. If you find out that's paid, just skip that, move on to the next one. Keep doing this for all of the labs and exhaust everything that's free. And once you finished all of that, if you feel like I'm ready to invest some money into this, I think it's worth it, I like the platform, I want to do the rest of the labs, it's so interesting, that's when you go ahead and purchase it. So I don't want to push you guys to purchase and buy something that you might not be ready for. Instead, explore the platform on your own and take a decision for yourself. But looking at this, you will end up learning a lot of the basic concepts that are very important. And coming below, you will see cybersecurity career skills. So now you will see the division based on the roles, okay? So this is like we did the OS, TN and cyber fundamentals. Now we come here and we are choosing the specialization. So either you become a security analyst, a pen tester, a security engineer. For each of the pathways, there are different labs. So if you're someone who's like, I want to become, a defensive security analyst, I like SOC, I like incident response, I like forensics. So you do this first pathway you can see over here. And if you're someone who's like, I like offensive, I like breaking things, I like attacking, that's when you come and you do this pathway over here in the pen tester pathway. And if you're someone who's just like, I don't really like attacking, defending that much, but I like to fix things, I have an engineer mindset. I want to actually, fine-tune the stuff, make it better for using, improve the processes. That's when you want to become a security engineer and you come and you explore this stuff. When you go down, you'll see a lot of other stuff. There's even more challenge rooms. And if you come here, you will see a lot of different stuff in the practice section, compete section. So I'm just going to leave you to it to explore these different roadmaps and pathways and modules in this. But people keep asking me that we want to do the labs, but we don't know where to start. Because if you can see my screen here, you get a little lost and confused, right? It's a little overwhelming. You feel like there's so much stuff. I don't know where to start. So if you are watching this video today, I think you got a better understanding of how to begin. At least make your account and start with the first 2-3 labs which I show you. Choose your pathway and do that. And once you finish that, you will find a way yourself. And you will figure out if you want to actually invest and buy a subscription for this platform. So I hope the video was helpful for you and it'll at least get you started on your hands-on and lab journey. And another thing I wanted to mention is that, along with doing these hands-on labs, don't just keep doing them, but instead there are other things you should be doing around it, such as each time you finish a lab, note down what are the skills you learned. After each lab, you will learn some new tool. Like I shared my screen and I showed you there's Wireshark, there's Nmap. There are so many tools in those labs. So when you're actually doing these labs, you're going to end up learning multiple languages, tools, skills. So keep noting these down. Why? Because if you keep doing lab after lab, eventually you will forget what you did. But instead, after each lab, if you note down what were the takeaways and what you actually learned from it, in the end of doing all the labs, you'll have a complete list of the skills and the tools that you learned from the labs. And you can just pick up those things and directly put it on your CV and on your LinkedIn. Also, each time you do a lab, make sure you update your projects or lab section on your CV and also update it on LinkedIn. Every time you finish a lab, just take a screenshot of the lab you solved and just post it on LinkedIn with its small caption saying that I just solved this lab, I'm trying to break into cybersecurity, these were the XYZ skills I learned from this. This is how you can make your hands-on lab learning experience more all-rounded to help you gain more visibility. Also, when you go for any interview and they ask you questions, like if they say, do you know Wireshark, do you know Nmap? Instead of just saying that, yes, I've used it, yes, I know the tool, you should answer more better in an impactful way that shows your passion. So you should say, yes, I love cybersecurity, I love hands-on, so I keep doing many labs. And during one of these labs on TryHackMe platform, I actually came across one of the challenges in which I had to use Wireshark and Nmap. That's the time I used it and actually ended up learning a lot about it. So answering this is much more impactful than just saying, yes, I know the tool, yes, I've used it, I'm going. Because you want to tie it down to the experience of like you doing labs and being proactive with cybersecurity. This is how you can make the lab and the hands-on experience more all-rounded for your benefit. So once again, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to sign up on TryHackMe and also want to get the 30% discount we spoke about, don't forget to check out the link in the description below. Thank you so much and I will see you next time.